Welcome back, Team Fat Kid Choose the Fat. This is Jason.
This is Alex.
This is Chase.
All right, guys. So it's a beautiful day here.
I think it's a fucking recurring theme. You just splashed me in the face with beer. So.
Well, I mean, last time Dooley did it to me. So.
That's a recurring theme.
All right, so we've changed venue a little bit. We are, if you hear a little wind noise, it's because it's a beautiful day here, and we are sitting outside, chilling in the sun. We are actually in the middle of maybe if you're. Hopefully by now you guys are watching us on Facebook and all that. We are doing pork on pork on pork. So we actually took a pork butt and wrapped it in bacon. So it's bacon wrapped bacon. Nice. I mean that's what we do here at Team Fat Kid. So I mean honestly, like this is our day so far. Chase made it here. We're still waiting on Dooley to arrive. I hope he's okay.
He is very late. Very late.
So we're doing this podcast. Usually he takes care of all the stuff.
Spreaker?
Yeah,
the technical stuff.
Yeah. So again, like if you're listening to us, obviously on any Apple device, you can find us on your favorite podcast app.
We're on iTunes.
Yeah, we've made it to iTunes. We are right now on Google Play. Google Play Music, is that a thing? Chase, Google Play Music.
Actually, it is.
So on Google Play Music, you can find us. We're still trying to figure out.
We have to ask Chase because he's the only one with an Android.
We're trying to figure out how to get it to the Google Play Store so it plays through your favorite podcast app on Google or Androids. We're working on that, but so far, like
see, iPhone versus Android ain't that bad. At least the iPhone users try to help out.
Yeah, we're trying, but I mean, like, it was so much easier for us to just give our podcast to iTunes, and they're like, okay, it might take, like, a week, and it took a week, and then all of a sudden it's like, holy crap, you can, like, Google Team Fat Kid on iTunes.
Team Fat Kid Choose the Fat?
That's impressive. Like, all you have to do is type in Team Fat Kid in iTunes, and Team Fat Kid Choose the Fat pops up.
That's literally like the first icon that pops up. I checked it today because I was trying to tell my.
Like, I feel like we've made it to a whole new level when you can type Team Fat Kid into
just
Team Fat Kid, but you can just type Team Fat Kid into iTunes and we pop up like. I feel like we've made it somewhere.
See, I've actually tried that
with It's not quite as good as
with the actual Google homepage, and all of our shit pops up. Literally, like
on Google.
Yeah, like
you're searching us in Google.
Yeah, just like Team Fat Kid. Just Team Fat Kid.
Searching us in Google, like we're gonna pop up, but like on the Play Store is what we're talking about.
Like no, I get that, but like it was a progressive thing over the last year or so now.
It's been longer than that. I feel like
when we first made the stuff,
Team Fat Kid, a couple months.
It was like maybe the 9th, the 10th thing. You might even have to go to page 2 to see Team Fat Kid. Now you go on to Team Fat Kid on Google. It's literally the first 9 listings are all us. Facebook, YouTube, this, that, YouTube videos.
Well, I mean that's the thing. Like you got to stay relevant.
That to me is pretty progressive.
Yeah, well, I mean I'm stoked that we've done this much. I mean, like you think about it, like, and honestly, like this is a bunch of friends hanging out. Doing what we do anyway, but now like we've progressed this far, like we have a podcast, like, and like a year ago or a year and like 2 months ago, like would any of us think that Team Fat Kid has come this far? Like this is crazy to us that like we have a podcast, we're on iTunes, we're like the number one search thing, like when you type in Team Fat Kid,
just coming back over here chilling, and then next thing you know, the next week you got fucking microphones pulled out.
Right.
Next week you got a video camera pulled out.
It's a progression. It's weird. It is weird for all of us. I mean,
not even weird. It's different.
Yeah, it's different. But like now, like I feel like when you show up, if I don't have something new for you, like to surprise you with, like I feel like I'm letting you down. Like, all right. So hopefully. This works because I have to switch from the app because all my notes are on my phone and Alex did not take notes prior to this podcast.
I think we can come up with subjects without looking into your phone.
I have some really good ones.
We've tried this before. It works just fine switching from your phone.
Well, I haven't switched from my phone while we're using the phone to record the podcast.
Any good ones on top of your head?
I have a couple.
We came up with something earlier, and I have to admit, I think we've both forgotten by now. Literally,
What?
like we had an idea earlier today that we were like,
I'm just
we're
so
gonna talk about
scared to
yeah,
switch
no.
from this app, but we're gonna try it because, like,
I think switching from the app is fine as long as you don't close it.
right? I mean, it's an
Can you
iPhone.
still hear me now? It's like Verizon in this
Yeah.
bitch.
Oh yeah, it's definitely working.
No,
All right.
that's how Androids work. You can just,
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean,
not close the app, but close the window, I guess.
yeah, close the window and try to move on.
Yeah.
All right, this is working. All right, because I got the red bar that says we're still recording, so that's a good thing. All right, we made it. All right, all right. I'm gonna pull up this real fast, and we'll have a video podcast coming up later today. Arthur's gonna come,
And Dooley, which neither of them are here yet, but we have high hopes.
I think the mic might have actually
maybe picked up your little twisty top thing.
the little.
Okay, so, all right, let's go back. The number one topic that I wanted to bring up, because it's evidently in large letters and exclamation point, is the expediter. We touched on it, I think, briefly in our last podcast. I think that was episode 14. This is 15, or maybe it was 13, and this is 15. I
think this is
See,
15.
now we're getting to
15.
that point where we just don't know. We're just making.
Hey, yeah. So that's a good thing. So
100.
all right. So a lot of people don't know Expo, and you should never ever see the Expo. You should not know about the Expo. The Expo is just the guy behind the scenes, or the person behind the scenes that makes kind of like all the gears work. All right. So just to touch base on like what a expediter or expo is the person who talks directly to the line.
Chef or
the chef, like the wheel guy, the guy who's on the other side with
Pretty much
like
the head of the kitchen at the.
There
at the
can
moment
be
in
like,
time.
there can be two expediters, but we'll get into that later.
I think like a lot of people don't understand how important that job is. Like, because you have, like what? Let's say like in the busiest of places, you might have 6-7 people on the line cooking food, and then you have.
I think you could probably go higher, but
and then you have like 12 to 15 servers.
see, I'm still thinking like, all right, you're talking about a busy place. What do you mean by busy? I think 6 to 7 is a good average for busy.
Yeah.
I do think that it's possible to have more, but that's neither here nor
Yeah.
there. Like,
Okay, but then you have way more servers than you have people cooking the food.
let's go back to the expediter though. Like, I do think it's a lot of places have one expediter, which is usually like there's the chef on one side and the expediter on the other.
Those are the two communicating.
And a lot of the times the chef still has to cook,
Yes.
but expedites as well. On very busy nights, though, you might have the chef expediting from the cook side, and then the chef, well, not the chef,
I mean, on a
but
busy
front
night,
of the
you
house
should have
person.
somebody dedicated to expedite your
Yeah.
food, whether it be a manager or like it's the person talking to the person who is directly in charge of your food.
Also the one who plates the food.
Yes,
Like,
usually, yeah.
Make sure all garnishes are correct. Make sure
Yeah.
all sides are
You're
correct.
talking about the expediter?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
like the last person that touches your food before you see it.
Yep.
The
only
last
other
person not
person that
touches
should
your
touch
food. All right, we say touch your food in this industry.
Rubber gloves.
We not
If
necessarily
not-
touching
if
your food,
needed.
but touching your plate. Like the last person who look at your plate and says, "This is good."
Run it to table
Send
23.
it to table 23, and like they're also the one that makes sure that everyone at your table gets your food at the exact same time.
Right.
Like there's a lot of things happening in a kitchen. Like, and I mean, that's a whole story, a saga.
There we go.
That's a
Segue
saga.
to the next one.
Like, there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes that you don't see as a diner, and I believe like the expediter is the one. I think like one of the key elements in this whole dining process that no one even realizes is there.
A friend of ours said take
Sometimes
6
they don't
seconds.
appreciate it either.
That's again.
Well,
A
we
friend of
talked
ours.
about
We did.
Arthur in a couple episodes. Like we even said, like he's like take 6 seconds, look at your food before you pass it to the expediter. Because the first thing the expediter is going to do if shit's not right is push that
Send it
shit
back.
right back. And you're
Yep.
like, fix my shit, dude. Like I'm not sending this to the table. Like if you have a good expediter,
It looks like crap. Make it again.
yeah, I'm not doing this. Like, because you know what's going to happen? It's going to go to your table. You're not going to be happy with it. Now we're comping something. It's going to snowball effect. It's 6 seconds for me to look at it and send it back to you and like, can you fix this crap? Like, or even like this steak is supposed to be mid rare. I'm looking at it and I know it's well done, dude. Like I am not.
There's no way.
That's a whole nother. All right, like another segue. Like a mid rare eater can eat a medium steak, but a well done eater will not eat a medium steak. So
That's completely true.
It goes like.
Both ways.
Yeah,
like
well,
if you're trying to
but
rush
I mean, like,
something out.
Yeah, that you gotta take the time to make sure that it's done right.
Yeah.
Like I get rushing
you can
things
rush
out.
it
Like
and
you,
take your time at the same time.
It's difficult to do both at the same time.
that's why the expediter is there to look at it before. Like if you're in a rush and the expediter, you give it to the expediter, and they're like, "Yo, this is supposed to be well done. It's bleeding all over the plate." Like,
there is something to say about a good expediter though, where that was weird.
Yeah,
Where a good expediter might have worked in the kitchen before, like they have to know their steak temps. Like if you can touch feel a steak or even just look at a steak or whatever the case may be, like you have to be able to know your steaks in that situation in particular. But I mean, like just knowing your food, like. I get it. All right, if it's well done and it's bleeding on the plate, yeah, it's probably not well done.
Yeah.
Granted, but that's an easy fix. However, well, all right.
If it's supposed to be medium rare and it's well done, like that's
now we're screwed.
Now we're starting over, and hey, guess what, guys? This ticket is going to take a little bit longer because you.
Then the question. There's another question. Like, do you send food out to a table when the table's not ready? Like, if you know that steak is going to be imminent because they screwed it up.
Oh, see, like I'm a huge fan. Like you're gonna have more. Like on a busy night, you're gonna have more than one steak. I expect the grill guy to give me the next steak that hits that temperature.
I think
because you have a well done,
right? But you might have a mid rare.
Yeah, but you have and like okay, this mid rare is supposed to be a well done, but I have a well done now, and like you know what? Let's be honest, guys. If you're gonna eat a well done steak.
Get out of the restaurant.
It doesn't matter.
I'm going to say
that steak. Guess what? Guess what? I'm going to give the kitchen, as an expediter, I'm going to give the kitchen back that well done steak. They're going to throw it back on the grill. They're going to give me the steak that you were supposed to get, and then I'm going to sell that as my medium or medium rare steak that they overcooked. And guess what? The cycle continues. Like it's like give me that one. Take this one back, throw it back on the grill, keep it hot because it's well done. I can't overcook it, and give me that one as your well. So now your well done's coming up way faster, and then like you're the well done eater at your table, and you're like, damn, that was fast. Like,
have you ever gotten
overcooked the steak?
Have you ever gotten I want the well done charred?
The well done charred?
Like they want their well done steak charred. Have you ever gotten that? Because I've gotten it multiple times. I want my well done steak.
First of all, you have to explain to me, like you want your steak burnt.
That's essentially moment.
That's the way I feel about it.
Okay, like I mean, I've been in a pickle a couple times in my career, and like I'm not like a well done eater. Like I've thrown steaks in the fryer because a missed call or whatever. Like if I fry it, like if I throw it in the fryer and then
hold on. To clarify though, you throw it in the fryer like maybe a minute because you don't want to get that like.
Oh yeah. Okay,
I'm behind.
Speeding up the process of your well done steak because you want shoe leather. I can give you shoe leather, and then when it comes out of the fryer, I'm gonna treat it properly.
It's funny, but like it's not.
Dude, no. Okay, wait, time out.
They really are eating fucking leather.
Wait.
No, before you wait, like let's face it.
Okay,
if you get a well done steak, you're eating leather.
Okay, the producer and I have fried ribeyes on purpose, and they are amazing. And I am not saying I'm going to give you garbage. I'm saying that I'm going to speed up the cooking process, and I'm going to deep fry this thing, and then I'm going to throw it on the grill to finish it because I can speed it. I can throw it in the fryer for 2 minutes, and that's an equivalent to like 10 minutes on the grill.
I agree with that. However,
I'm going to slap some grill marks on this bitch, finish it off, and send it to you, and it's going to be an amazing. Well done steak.
And half the people will never tell the difference.
No, they never know. And like that's the thing. But
of the people will never tell the difference.
You can deep fry a ribeye and pull it out, and it's delicious, and it's mid rare to medium, and like it's an amazing steak. Like deep fried steak is not a bad thing. I mean, I said it in a negative content.
I do love some country fried steak.
Essentially the same thing.
Yeah, kind of, almost, sort of. Yeah, like with no breader though. I'm just throwing your ribeye right in the fryer.
I will say though, like country fried steak does not often come out.
Which is a great point because I do
well done.
I do want to deep fry a prime rib. I saw it on the Insta FaceTube Twitter, and these people like cut a hole. They stabbed it right on like where you would like the turkey fryer. And, like, they cut a hole in the middle of the ribeye, ran the fucking turkey holder through the ribeye, and then they dropped it right in the damn fryer. And I was like, that, honestly, to me, looks amazing. Like, I don't think you can season that ahead of time. I mean, I think that's, like, where brining and, like, all that kind of comes in. Let's instill some flavor in it first.
That seasoning is going to burn up on the meat.
I don't know about sous vide in it, man. Like, we're just going to deep fry it for, like, 10 minutes and, like, have a delicious prime rib. I mean, prime rib should be somewhere in the rare to mid-rare range anyway, in my opinion. And trust me, guys, my opinion is right.
Amen to that.
Like, if you're going out and you're ordering prime rib and you want it well done,
Get out of here.
Order the cheap steak, the cheapest steak on the menu if you're eating it well done. Like, don't waste your time.
You're getting a hamburger.
Don't waste your money on a
form.
good steak if you're gonna do it well done.
I mean, don't get me wrong, dude. Like the fat on a ribeye, like I like it when it gets like that little crust on the outside.
I like it when it's almost like.
But you could still get a mid-rare rib.
Oh hell yeah, dude! And like we sous vide them, and then we blowtorch them, and that's like the.
I love like the almost melt in your mouth fat.
Can you throw some wood chips in that behind you?
Get the crust on the fat.
We lost smoke. What's the temp at it? Hold on, sorry guys. Segue. We're looking at the smoker where we're doing bacon on bacon. Alex, what's the temp? 200? 245? 250? Why couldn't you just say it?
I'm not near a mic. I was hoping you would say it.
Ooh, all right, so we're running at 250, and he's throwing some more wood chips on there. We've been smoking it for roughly 2.5 hours, somewhere around there. We're running 250, huh?
It pretty much just started.
Well, it's a smaller cut.
Yeah, this is not a 14-pound.
Yeah, this isn't our normal we're gonna be
usual.
Yeah, we're gonna be rolling this for 8 hours. Like
we're assuming close to what, like a 3-4 hour cooking.
Yeah,
maybe?
somewhere right around there. I think this is gonna be done.
Well, that looks delicious,
right?
Just the bacon.
Yeah, that we did. Like we haven't wrapped
bacon.
We haven't wrapped anything in bacon in a while.
And it's beautiful weather today. Here in Virginia, thank God.
Yeah, we are enjoying the weather.
I think some people might have had a hurricane last night or a tornado or something, but you know what? We didn't. Woohoo!
We're supposed to get 60-mile-an-hour winds and shit.
What, when? Tomorrow?
No, last night.
Oh, I don't know.
It started picking up around 10 o'clock, but it was supposed to get bad.
No, I was drinking. Last night.
I was working.
Xbox.
I was sitting in my garage.
I left work at 1, and when I got home at 1:30, wind was up, but not bad. How about that?
I mean,
it wasn't even bad though. They said it was 60-mile-an-hour winds. It was maybe 30.
I was getting I could feel the blow on my car. You know what I mean? On the way home on the interstate, I could feel the pull.
You could feel the blow.
Feel the blow on my car. Which, if you're from Virginia,
head dome,
all that yellow stuff is not blow. Don't try to snort it.
So you get head dome.
All right.
Fucking idiot.
You said head dome. That's
I know.
That's not even.
Anyway.
I had to clarify what I said and then restate it.
Anyway.
All right, so we're just gonna
move on to the next subject.
So trust me, guys. Trust me. Yeah, we did. But the expediter guys, trust me, you don't know them. You don't even know they're there, and that is a key element to the entire dining experience.
That's your favorite person.
Yeah, that is the one. Don't be mad at your server when your steak comes out well done. That's the expediter's fault. Well, first off, that's the grill guy's fault. And the expediter didn't catch it or didn't give a shit. So,
well, if there's an expediter,
off the server,
depends on the restaurant.
You piss off the kitchen. You piss off the
expediter. Real fast. Here, I'm gonna.
Are you gonna go to the next subject, or is this a segue?
No.
Because I got a segue.
Look, you guys, the listeners, can send back your food if it's not right. No one is ever gonna spit on your food.
Right.
No one's gonna fuck with your food, and like that doesn't happen. I can't say it doesn't happen, but I'm saying I've never seen it happen. And I've been doing this a long ass time. Like
people get mad, but no one goes ham on your shit.
Trust me, man. No one is losing their job.
You piss off everybody.
No one's losing their job because you didn't like your food. They're not going to lose their job by spitting on your food.
Well, no, take that back. They will lose their job by spitting on your food.
Yeah, but they're not. They're
not doing it.
No one is going to fuck with your food when you send it back. Is my point.
Agree.
Like, it's not something that happens, like, I've never seen it happen.
Me neither.
So, you guys are safe. If your fucking burger is overcooked or undercooked, send it back. People will fix it. We're not here to make your experience a bad day. Like, we're not here to screw with you. Like, sometimes we want to, but in the back of all of our minds, we want to.
Yeah, we think about it, but actions.
But no one is ever going to do that. So you guys just get over that and send your food back if it's not right, because we want to make you happy. The whole point in you coming out.
We only get paid if you get happy.
And no one is going to mess with your food. All right, moving on to the next. I just wanted to make that clear. Like, send your food back if you're not happy with it. No one's going to mess with you. The next one was all right, this is a good one because
got a little chilly.
Yeah, agreed.
The Dooley Alex night, Friday.
Ooh.
Yeah, all right, so what? Like, all right, so a couple guys from Team Fat Kid got called to another restaurant, which is, I think, epic, for a bailout. Like, so I want your opinion on this, like, Car. How did it feel being called up? Not called up, that's getting the phone call that says, we need you.
I mean, all right, so I've worked for multiple companies, and this is one that owns multiple restaurants.
Yeah.
So, first off, like, it's not my restaurant. I am a general manager of a restaurant, and it's not my restaurant. But because it has the same concept, like, I know what to do. Now, in this particular instance, I've been there before. I have worked at this restaurant. I have a familiar aspect with the restaurant. Now, things have changed.
A familiarity.
A familiarity. But things have changed, like, where things are has changed. The way things are done is not necessarily the same.
Right.
But is it easier? Yes, because I've already got like 75% of the knowledge there. I was called to this restaurant because of a busy night. It was a concert night, as was Dooley, who used to work there as well, but does not now. It was interesting.
I mean, like,
from my perspective, I think I was placed in the kitchen originally, and so was Dooley, because that's Dooley's background.
Oh yeah, I mean
that's what Dooley knows, and he did great at it, because literally at one point, first off, any changeover in mid-shift is never easy. So what I mean by mid-shift is not even like, okay, I'm off at 10, I'm leaving. No, I mean like middle of service, I gotta go do something else, like, here's the tickets, good luck. That's never good, because inevitably something's going to get missed or forgotten or whatever.
No, yeah, like, are you? Like,
I actually asked
in the expediter position is what you're talking about.
All right, I was wheel caller.
Okay.
I was expediter on the kitchen side. There is an expediter on the server side.
Right.
I was expediter on the kitchen side, and I had to leave in
Right.
the middle of the rush. Like, I was like, I have to go take care of the bar. Good luck. And
like, Godspeed.
Yeah, exactly. Like, inevitably, there's going to be something that messed up in that era. But the good news is, like, I looked at the bar back. I'm sorry. I went out to the main bar, and I looked at the bar back like 3 minutes later, and I was like, go tell Dooley any tickets that are sideways or catty corner.
Oh, yeah.
have not been called.
That is a good method.
Because fry was getting slammed in this particular instance, and no matter how good you are, there's only so many fryers.
Oh, yeah.
So, at some point...
So many hands, too.
At some point, you stop calling. You just say, okay, I'm on hold.
Yeah. Let me know when you...
when you have space.
When you get the third fish out of the fryer, let me know, because I got some more shit.
Right. Like,
I got 7 more for you.
Whenever you have baskets, you let me know. And so, my expediter was actually yelling at me about that, like, you need to call tickets. Well, okay, I'm not going to.
There's only so much one person can remember.
Yeah, they're all fry. Fry is...
buried.
I think I've already said this one time. Fry is fucked. Like, they're not buried. No, they're fucked. Like, Fry has 75% of what's going on. So, I turn tickets sideways. But the only dilemma to that is, that's my method of, I have not called this ticket. That does not mean it's everyone's method.
I believe, though, that is a common practice.
All right, if I'm on the expediter side, ironically, I turn them the other direction. So I still spin them like 45 degrees. I just turn them 45 degrees to the right instead of to the left. To the left means it hasn't been called. To the right means it's like halfway sold.
Yeah, you're working
like, I'm
your
waiting
system
on one
and
item.
you're hoping that everyone else is working the same system.
Yeah, and you always hope that, but Julie and I haven't worked together in like a year and a half. Maybe 2 years.
It's probably been longer than that.
I'm going 2 years.
Yeah, 2
so
years.
Either way, I literally I told the barback, I was like, look, go back and tell Dooley anything that's turned catty corner has not been called. And he did, and Dooley was apparently like, yeah, I got it. So luckily, Dooley and I were on the same page.
Well, I mean, you and Dooley see each other weekly. Even though
Dooley was working grill right behind me, though, which was not busy. So he saw what I was doing going into it. But it's still always a good thing to be like, hey, fact check. This is my method. Are you okay with that? Yeah, no, I'm good. Okay, all right. But we didn't do that because it was so quick of a, I need you to go to main bar. Like, main bar. There's more than one bar. Yeah. I had to go to main bar, and it was like, bail main bar out. Okay, good, got it.
And in said establishment, there's 3 bars. So.
I think in that particular night there were 2.
Okay.
There were 3, but they only had 2 open.
Which,
point being,
good call or bad call on the 2 to 3?
Due to staffing, I think it was a good call on 2.
Okay.
Like, there would have been massive chaos if it was 3, and especially because the third bar has, in my opinion, draft issues. It doesn't get used a lot. Like,
right.
So there's a lot of foam, and you need a bar back.
Especially this time of year. This time of year, like, that bar is basically almost damn near outside. So, like, you need to run that several days ahead of time.
I don't know if several days, but you need to run it for like a good 30 seconds at least.
I mean, you're talking about pull the. All right, so
to pull the old beer,
pull the old beer out of the line and get their cold glycol beer.
Yes. Which, it always sounds bad when you say glycol. All right, everyone that drinks draft beer, guess what? You love glycol.
Yeah, glycol is what keeps your beer cold while it's in the line.
So you love glycol. I don't care if you know it or not. You love glycol. It's just an amazing thing. But I ended up backing up like multiple bars that night, both the front and like the main and the secondary bar, and I didn't mind it. Like, I had a good time. It got me out of the kitchen, to be honest. Like, it was, I like being in multiple positions. But like that, it really is a true statement. I like going from one spot to another. I've evolved from where I was just in the kitchen to where now, like, I work everywhere. And so the fact that I had to go everywhere was almost perfect. Like, I enjoyed it. It made my night go faster. I ended up back in the kitchen later, which was a good thing because they got hit. But, like, I enjoyed the movement around.
I think I arrived somewhere where you were already back in the kitchen. Like, when I arrived, the concert had ended, and I came in to have a couple of adult beverages. And
I think I talked to you a little bit beforehand, but you were about right there. Like, right when the concert ended, I had a couple of tables, nothing crazy. So we put the food out, and I talked to you a little bit, and then maybe 10 minutes later is when we really, like, I had to go back into the kitchen. I couldn't come out. Like, I was in there. That was it. Like, I was in the kitchen, and at that point, the expediter had gone, so it's up to the servers to make sure your food is good. But I like to think that since I was putting the food up, I knew it was good.
Right.
I am that person. Like, if it's not good, before it even gets to the expediter, if it's on my side, I'm gonna be like,
Alex was working. Alex was working. I was ruling.
Yeah. This calamari.
Can you redrop this? Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. It's not gonna work. Like, this is not happening. Nope.
That one time.
Yeah. I mean,
it's like, damn, fuck.
Calamari in particular, calamari's like a 30-second window. You know what I mean? Like,
it's like
you can go
I think it's a 30-second. I think it's a 30-second drop.
Yeah. I'll say a minute.
Not gonna lie, I had some other things working, but I forgot like 10 seconds.
Yeah,
I was like, fuck, dude.
It makes all the difference though.
Like, pulled him up. He's like, yeah.
Nope, this ain't gonna work. Like, I need it again. Just drop it again. Like, this is
hate calamari.
All right, if you're in a corporate restaurant, this is trash. If you're not in a corporate restaurant, like, this is server food, so they don't ask us for anything for the next hour.
Yeah, like here's some overcooked shit. Eat that.
Snack on that. I don't want to hear anything from you for the next hour about I want food. Like, just eat this. So for any of you that don't work in a restaurant, guess what? All of your fuck ups, the servers are eating. So just know that. Like,
oh, hell yeah, dude. Like, I mean, that's not going to waste. Like, I'll eat anything.
What's that? It's a well-done steak and it's supposed to be medium? Just throw that shit to the side. We'll get to that later.
Let's slice that up and make a taco.
Absolutely. Tacos. Yes.
I'm down.
All right, so let's move on to the next subject.
Okay, I have a nice segue for this.
All right, what's up?
Because we were talking about, the server food. And I'm a huge fan of leftovers, mostly because the producer doesn't eat them, or not. She doesn't eat them fast enough. So,
or often. I mean, let's face it, we make a lot of weird shit.
So, leftovers, how long do you hang on to those?
I think it depends on what the leftovers are. But let's be honest.
Very true.
In my opinion, if I don't eat leftovers the next day.
I mean, we've had this conversation.
They're gone.
It's
it doesn't matter what it is. If I don't eat them the next day, I will leave them in the fridge until they're just till
they're garbage.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's put a time stamp on it. I give it a week at max, depending on what it is.
Yeah, but I also feel like it also depends on how is the reheat, because let's be honest, I brought fish home and fish does not reheat.
We had this conversation in a previous podcast about fish, and I'd rather eat it cold.
You did say that. Pasta usually heats pretty well.
Pasta heats well.
You have to stir it. You have to stir it.
Pizza heats very well, especially if you put it back in the oven.
All right, fuck your air fryer. I know where you're going.
Yeah, I just threw it out there, man.
I'm talking about an air fryer. I'm talking about
Jason's about to.
Like a cheeseburger.
I got pizza at home.
I can't wait to get there. So like a cheeseburger or if something's already cold and the producer has a issue with if a sandwich is dressed and putting it into the refrigerator, and so where your tomato gets that weird texture or whatever, and the mayonnaise and all that. So she's anti leftover subs. I'll fucking pull a Subway sub out 3 days later and crush that thing.
See, Subway subs, I'll just crush it right there and then.
Most of the time. Most of the time, I'm crushing mine, but she eats half of hers, and then the other half is chilling there, and I keep eyeballing it, and am I cool to eat?
My foot long. You gonna finish your half?
Or your 10-inch? Because we all know Subway's a damn liar.
Well, Subway does make their own bread, and let's face it, bread is not.
Oh, fun fact! I went to a Subway, and my bread had mold on it, so fuck off.
Ooh, all
yeah,
right.
Shots fired.
If there was a fucking button for this on the phone.
I'm going to hit this one and see what the hell happens.
We don't know what just happened, but hopefully it's shots fired.
Yeah, I got mold, and this is a busy-ass fucking crazy. Subway. It was one of the, I'm not just going to throw names out, it was one at the oceanfront.
I think I know what you're talking about.
across street from a big ass hotel that I worked at, and I ran over there to get a Subway sub, and I brought it back over. How
were you in uniform?
Yeah.
Oh,
all right.
That's even worse, right?
How long ago was this?
This was a little while ago.
Right, so this is
no, but I'm pissed though. Still, the bake fresh every day, my ass, dude. There's no way you baked it today and it has mold on it.
And you walk in chef uniform, like you're
I'm wearing a chef coat, chef pants, I'm wearing the Birkenstock kitchen shoes, like I'm wearing a chef hat. It's across the street. I want a tuna sub. Like I ran over there, got one, came back, and ran right back the fuck over there. Throw it down on the counter, like, seriously, guys? Like, come on, man. Bake fresh every day, my ass. Like, get out of here.
Damn.
Like, how? At the oceanfront, do you... Yeah, for real. This happened. Oh. I was mad at the world, dude. And it changed my whole...
That's crazy.
...perspective on Subway. And we already went there.
You might think that happened at, like, a chain inside of a mall or something like that.
Yeah, like...
You know? But
maybe...
that's business.
Yeah, dude, it's busy all the time. Like, I don't know. Like...
Man.
It took me a little while to go
Somebody
back.
didn't FIFO.
It took me a little while. Like, FIFO my ass, dude. You bake it fresh every day.
Supposedly. Apparently, if you got moldy bread, there's no way they baked it fresh every day. So somebody didn't FIFO.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not expecting Subway to be in there.
They're under management change that week.
I'm not expecting Subway to be making the dough.
Yeah, that whole week.
I'm not expecting them to make the dough, but I'm assuming it comes in a frozen dough form.
Yeah, like Panera.
And they bake it.
And then
right?
you bake it off.
Yeah, you proof it and you bake it.
Yeah, and then it comes out warm and delicious, and it smells fantastic. And then you make my damn sandwich, and it shouldn't have mold on it. It's like, come on.
That is one thing I do like about Panera chains. They throw their shit out 2 days later. If it's on the rack.
Think about how...
There's a question, though.
How long does it take mold to form on bread?
Like a week. I mean, we're on board with that. But here's my question.
Depends on temperature settings and,
I admit
your
that...
oceanfront establishment.
That shit could happen in a day.
The beautiful US of A is very big on FDA and Food and Drug Administration. And I think that...
In case anyone is listening to our podcast...
that doesn't know what FDA is. But I do think that they're a little bit strict because, let's face it...
Very strict.
Like Chase said...
Shit still slips through.
Well, I'm not even talking about that. Like Chase said, he's talking about, people throwing food out after 2 days. And I don't know if I agree with that because there's a lot of people in this world that could use that. And I know there are quite a few establishments that donate their extras.
This is a very good
segue, right? I think there's a lot of establishments that do donate their extras to, a...
Chick-fil-A for one.
What? Okay.
Used to.
Okay.
Again, FDA fucking fucks a lot of shit up. I love the FDA, but you know what?
It's not even FDA. Motherfuckers try to sue. Whole Foods, they used to donate their food. Leftovers.
There's a whole nother
but then,
topic.
To homeless people, homeless people try to sue Whole Foods because, I got sick on your food. So then companies stop. We aren't allowed, and I work for a huge company, and we are not allowed to do that. We're not allowed to donate food because the risk of being sued is a homeless guy can sue, turn around, get a lawyer, sue Whole Foods, and now you're a millionaire. You were homeless a day ago. Now
you have $2 million.
A month later, you have $2 million because Whole Foods is didn't want to deal with you. So then now Whole Foods stops donating food. Everyone stops donating food. Panera is probably close. I mean, unless they have some clause.
I don't even know.
They might have some clause in there, where they donate to.
Right.
But then, so these companies donate food, and then, they don't know how you handle the food after they donate it to you. So this is, 2-day-old bread. I give it to you. You sit on it.
Later.
You sit on it for a month, and then you eat some Subway bread, and, and then you get sick because you're allergic to penicillin, and then now you're going to sue Panera because they gave you Subway bread, and, it's a whole thing, and in America, you can sue anyone for anything.
Which is, I have to admit, I feel like that's almost a downfall of our fucking culture. I get it if it's a legitimate reason, but there's so many stupid laws.
You try to do something nice, and it bites you in the ass.
It's a donated piece of food, and you sit on it for a month.
Even if you don't, though, as he said, even if you don't, though, it could be used that day, and people could still sue you for some stupid reason
right now, but it's not legitimate.
Not legitimate.
Will it stand up in court? Will it stand up in court? Who knows?
But the fact that
But the fact is, like, they'd rather just give you money and make you go away because they don't, like, Whole Foods or whoever doesn't want to be into this big legal thing on CNN about their food. You know what I mean? Like, it puts a bad image on the establishment, and like, so, like, even if you did nothing wrong, just being sued makes you look like you did something wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, ask R. Kelly. Sorry.
All right, on that note, like,
Yeah.
I work with a lot of younger guys who tend to get around. Maybe not right now, but
Are you talking about yourself?
Is this the
maybe
right
not right now.
Is this good for the podcast?
That's perfect. So I work with a lot of younger guys that tend to get around, and I always tell them, all right, look, a girl can claim rape for like 5 to 7 years, I think it is.
Statutory rape charge is
I'm not even talking
up to 5
statutory.
years. No, I'm just saying it's up to 5 years.
Okay, so
Like
I
the,
think
the statute of limitations. That's
There you go.
it's because
Not
claiming rape is up to 5 years. You don't have to be statutory. Like
I was supposed to
anyone,
know.
anyone.
Rape is rape. I don't understand why they have to classify it in different.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, fine. But
I mean,
the point
honestly.
is, if you're a guy and you're sleeping with a girl of age, and for some reason you guys have a bad breakup, she can claim rape for up to 5 years. Now, keep that in mind. She can claim rape for up to 5 years. That doesn't mean it's provable, because a lot of times, if they claim rape 4 years from then, there's no way to prove it. Like, do they have a video? No. There's no way to prove that you were raped. But I'm sorry for all of you girls that claim rape 4 years later. Claim it immediately. I'm not absolving rape.
We're not.
I'm not for rape.
Yeah, let's be very clear on our topic. Like,
I am not.
I don't
I am
think,
not
I don't,
in
I don't-
favor.
I don't believe rape needs classifications.
But I am not in
Right.
favor of rape. I'm just saying, if you're a guy, a girl can claim rape for 5 years. So even if all you did was
A guy can claim rape for 5 years.
yeah, everyone
Very
can
true.
claim rape for 5 years.
It works
But
both ways.
I've seen it a lot in restaurants where someone has had a relationship with a coworker, which I'm gonna go on record right now is a bad idea.
Yeah, so yeah. Well,
So you-
I wait,
bad.
me and the producer, man, like, we've been together
People have made it work.
a long ass time. Like,
People have made it work. But in general,
we've been married almost 11 years.
you're a success
But I was
story.
gonna say that's honestly a different story too. You guys y'all are married. Y'all been a foundation with each other.
But
You know,
when
it comes down
they
to,
met,
like,
they
we
they
met
weren't,
at work.
You know what I mean? Like,
okay, very true.
I get
this
where
industry.
they're coming from.
Very true. Very true.
I get where they're
very
coming from, but on the general aspect of things, like, most relationships at restaurants don't work out long term.
I mean,
Yes?
yeah, that's a valid point.
Okay, so you're a success story. Congratulations. I love you both.
But hold on, wait. This
Fair
is
applause.
Is there shots fired?
no,
We-
there's just like a round of applause, like this is happening. Like,
Okay.
Because
Yeah,
I accidentally hit this.
congratulations.
I accidentally. Oh no, it's still going. Wait for it.
Wait for it.
Yeah, wait for it.
Is it still applauding?
No, yeah, it's
Okay,
done.
so it's done applauding. So congratulations to you all. But on the mass effect of things, like, generally, restaurant relationships do not work. And I have seen them fall apart at restaurants, which is like the worst.
that
It's not even like you put your phone away.
Time
like,
out.
you're arguing with someone else and you can't get away.
Yep.
Real quick, since you brought the phone up, like there's something that went around the internet today, and it was like, server got broken up.
Manager says you shouldn't be on your
Yeah.
phone.
Oh, yeah.
Server got broken up via
post
text
that.
message, and like, yeah, the manager was like, yeah, you shouldn't be on. This is why you shouldn't be on your phone at work. Like, y'all crying and shit.
All right,
like,
well, let's be realistic. Like, we all say you shouldn't bring home to work. Right?
check your fucking baggage at the door.
Yeah, check your baggage at the door. Like,
You're here to do a job. I'm here to pay you to do a specific thing.
if you're not doing that thing, I shouldn't have to pay you, right? I mean, like, it's a feeling. Like, it doesn't happen because I had to deal with someone last night who was crying at work. Like, they were doing their job, but were they crying? Yes.
Reminds me of.
And I feel bad for laughing at that because I am laughing. It's horrible. It's horrible. I feel like I'm a horrible human being.
I don't fucking care if you're crying at work.
I mean, I hate to say it, like, when I first got into management, I felt bad when people cried to me. Now I'm like, that sucks.
Yeah,
Like,
eventually, like
you get desensitized.
Yeah.
Desensitized as shit. It's not even like, oh, I feel bad. Like, you don't even feel bad anymore. You're just like, yeah, about that.
I don't
get over it.
I
Go in the cooler for 2 seconds.
Be glad, yeah, right. Punch a fucking box of fries or something, which, by the way, is a horrible idea.
Yeah, that will break your hand.
Yeah.
Unless you hit it right, and then like you don't suffer the boxer break. But I mean, I'm just saying. Anyway, like I don't care about your personal life. Like I honestly I don't like.
Not my problem.
Yeah, it has zero effect on my life. We're here to do a job. Let's do this job and let's go home at the end of the fucking day and let's go like you want to go out for a drink after work? No. Because you're going to talk about that bullshit, and I don't want to do that either.
I don't want you to vent to me.
You know where I'm going to go? Somewhere where everybody knows my damn name.
That's a good thing. All right. Chase, you may not be able to get into this conversation. I hope you do from a separate perspective, though.
How so?
Because what I'm about to bring up is from a managerial point of view.
I am a manager.
At your shop. That's a good point. I like that.
Yes.
Good point, sir. All right. So, as a managerial point of view, when someone comes to you with a problem that works for you, what is the best way to react? I mean, like, do you show emotion or do you go straight business?
It depends if you have a relation with these people. Like my guys over at my shop, I'm really good friends with them. I've known them for 4.5 years now. If they had a problem, like money problems, financial, like I'm gonna sit there and listen to them. It's not like I'm gonna give them money or anything. But I'll listen to them, give them some feedback, some advice, something like that.
A venting point.
Yeah. But other than that, like if you're a tech,
sometimes people just need to talk.
You're a random tech guy that you've been there for a week and you're crying your eyes out to me saying, oh my God, my car's broken, this and this and that. I don't know what to do. I can't pay my payments. I can't do this. I'm sorry, bro. It looks like you need to figure that shit out on your own. I've been there. I've done that.
Valid.
Valid point, yes.
We've all been in that situation.
I cannot cover you. Good luck.
Yeah, like I mean, I wish I could. I wish I had an endless source of money. Because trust me, if I had an endless source of money,
if I was a billionaire, I might help you out.
Yeah, dude, I'll throw you some fucking. Here's $200. Get your shit fixed.
You need $500? Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Get your whole car fixed.
By the way, mention, the interest rate on this shit's high.
We're talking.
you will owe me back at 10%.
We're talking
all of a sudden, Chase becomes like this weird back
mafia boss.
Yeah, back alley fucking loan shark. Yeah, it's 100%, 150% interest.
You need a bookie? I got you.
I could have used one this weekend. All right, I mean, like, fucking Tiger. Come on, man.
Dude.
He didn't clean house, but he finished in top spot.
All right, okay, 5. The only person who has more than him is Jack Nicholson. Nicholas?
Yeah, no, Jack Nicholson is not the right person.
Sorry, Jack Nicholas.
I didn't know he played golf.
Jack, so he...
Man, sure he does.
Anger management face all the way.
All right, so
if any of you have seen the preview for anger management, that's the face.
Nitty.
No, so okay, so
pretty and getting it gay. Come on, get it right.
All right. Anyway, so Tiger has to win one more time to tie the all-time great.
Either way, I wish I could have put money on his championship.
He passed Arnold Palmer.
Damn.
So he was tied with Arnold Palmer.
Does that mean we need to rename the drink
to Tiger Woods?
Can I get a Tiger Woods?
Can I get a Tiger Woods, y'all?
I wonder what that would be consisted of.
I don't know. It's probably got some
Arnold
weird
Palmer with vodka
and a date rate drug.
I don't know. Palmer was with vodka.
No.
Did he?
No. I mean, I'm speaking out of turn. It's probably just like here's an Arnold Palmer with Viagra in it.
Yeah, if you're gonna make it adult. Arnold Palmer is just
I
tea and
know, but
lemonade.
I thought the original
speaking to the microphone, no one can hear you right now.
Well,
and definitely no one can hear the producer.
Well, we can still kind of hear you, and it's gonna sound weird.
You're on mic, but not on mic, so
True.
you need to
if
clarify.
You're gonna talk,
guys. But yeah, I really thought the original Arnold
Palmer.
I hate saying it.
It's a pain in the ass.
I fucking hate saying it.
I can't say it either.
Arnold Palmer. Arnold.
Arnold
Arnold Schwarzenegger, Arnold Palmer. Like
I
don't know.
the
Arnold
original
Palmer's tough to
drink was lemonade and tea.
That's
iced tea.
exactly.
But I thought the original adult beverage of the Arnold Palmer, still hard to say, was with vodka.
I mean, yeah, basically.
I feel like if anything, it would be a fucking Long Island with lemonade.
Well,
So
it became a thing. It became a thing when like that iced tea vodka came out, and then it was like, oh, let's do adult Arnold Palmer's. Like it's an iced tea vodka. All we gotta do is like pour some vodka in this shit, the iced tea vodka, and then pour lemonade over it. Like
I'm just going off the Tiger.
Don't
Woods
get me
thing.
wrong, it's delicious.
Tiger Woods, y'all.
It would have to be like sweet tea and lemonade and vodka.
No, man, like
Wow, that's
you can't like
probably true.
sweet tea and lemonade is
Good save.
I truly believe like Arnold
Probably
Palmer
drank sweet tea.
was probably in California somewhere where they don't have, or New York where they don't have sweet tea, and he's like, he's from the dirty South, and he was like, you know what, I want sweet tea, and they're like, we don't have that. And he's like, put some lemonade in that shit, bitch, like, because I like lemon in my fucking sweet tea too. Like,
True.
he created a beverage. I mean, I'm sure there's a whole backstory to this whole thing where he created the beverage, but
I think it's on the back of the Arizona can.
yeah, probably. I'm just saying, like, he created a beverage that everyone, like, we could only be so lucky that there would be a beverage named after Team Fat Kid, which would be disgusting because it would probably have, well, it'd probably have some pork fat in
I
it.
disagree with that.
I mean, yeah, like a mango monster and vodka is
The
basically
only nasty thing Team Fat Kid would make.
no.
That's not nasty.
The all right, so you guys get your mango, was it Mango Loco Monster, and throw some vodka in that, and that is basically the Team Fat Kid beverage of choice. Oh, and that, what's the red one, the fruit punch one? I don't know what it's called
We had to get that today.
because they didn't have what we wanted.
Oh man.
But you know, we make do. All right, so I think we're just gonna close this podcast out here. Tiger Woods, y'all. Like, he did all his glory yesterday. He got another green jacket. Do you think he gets a new green jacket every time he wins? So he's got like
Probably.
5. He's got 5
It's
green
like
jackets
Happy
just hanging
Gilmore,
in his
dude.
closet.
It's like Happy Gilmore, the golden jacket.
Yeah, well, he got
I'm
a green
pretty sure
one.
they won another tournament. You'd get
I
another
learned
jacket.
something new yesterday, actually, because we were having a conversation about the Masters and like Augusta, like they might have changed the rules now, but they weren't allowing black members. Even when Tiger Woods won the Masters at Augusta, they still did. They were not allowing black members.
Is he full on like black?
Tiger?
No,
he's half Asian. But I mean, I thought we were beyond this.
That might have been his leeway through it.
Are we closing this,
that is
or
true.
We're trying to?
We should be like way beyond that within like 100 years.
Yeah, like
all that should already been done.
The only thing I think about
at least since the '60s, man. Like, come on, like, how the hell? I mean, I understand it's a private course, it's a private club, and all this crap, but like,
if it was the '60s, it was only what 10 to 15 years after all that shit.
no, man, Tiger fucking started winning. I think he won his first Masters in the '90s.
Oh, I thought you were saying.
I'm saying like Augusta
was in the
like
60s.
I don't. Who? What?
I thought you were saying the Augusta.
God, I think it's like recently in like the past 2 or 3 years they started allowing black members.
Okay, see,
Like,
I thought you were saying like in the '60s. That's when they were like not allowing Woods.
No, I'm not saying they weren't allowing him to be a member,
Right.
but like when he won the Masters and got the green jacket, they were not like his first Masters. Like it was still
14 years ago.
still an all white club. Like not the Masters, Augusta, like a golf course we're talking about.
Right. That's what
On the
I'm saying.
PGA Tour, like you have to be a member to play there, like on a normal basis. And he won the Masters as a black man. Like I don't know what he refers,
Blazing.
like you know,
I'm a
Blazing.
Blasian.
But like so, when he won his first Masters, Augusta was still an all white golf course, and that's crazy to me. Like, and a black man was telling me this, and I was like, are you fucking shitting me? We aren't beyond this yet? Like, and he's like, oh, mate, he's like, they might have let their first black member in like 2 years ago. Like, I was like, seriously? Like, I mean, like, that to me is crazy. And I was fed some knowledge. I was fed some knowledge, and I'm just passing it along. That's what I do.
All right.
Golf, that's pretty wild because you
All right.
think of baseball and football.
Well, fuck, man. Golf stands for gentlemen only, ladies forbidden. Like, women weren't even allowed to play the damn game. Like, this game, it's like...
I didn't know there was an acronym meaning for golf.
Holy shit, dude. Turn that shit somewhere else.
That was beautiful.
You fucking fart right at me.
I hope that was on camera.
Camera?
Yeah, microphone. I hope
All right,
that was on mic.
but anyway, yes, golf, gentlemen only, ladies forbidden. Like, it was like a gentleman's game. That's why you still have to wear a suit and like dress up when you play this damn game. And that's why they fucking said like the girls couldn't wear tank tops anymore. They can't wear like their shorty fucking mini skirt tennis skirts. Like, if you want to play this damn game,
Wait,
you gotta
what?
yeah. They're gonna ruin golf. Anyway.
It's like the only good thing about golf.
All right, so we're just gonna end it here.
I love golf. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong.
It is a good time.
It is. I mean, there's
I
usually
actually found my golfing glove earlier today. I was putting some things in the attic.
the Michael Jackson glove.
All right, Tiger Woods, y'all. Like, we'd like to again thank all of our non-sponsors. We appreciate you for not doing anything, and and you can always check us out on Team Fat Kid on Facebook. Team Fat Kid is on
YouTube.
Team Fat Kid Nation on Instagram,
And Team Fat Kid
1 on Twitter. And if you're
Team
listening,
Fat Kids, who's the fat?
and if you're listening to this podcast, you can always find us on your favorite podcast app, on Apple at least, and on Google. We're on Google Play Music, and we're gonna try to fix that so like
Coming soon, enjoy.
all you
Coming
Android
soon.
users can find us hopefully soon on your favorite.
Screw Android.
Yeah. And don't give hey, you Android users, if you happen to be listening to this on like Facebook or Instagram, whatever, you can always find us on
Facebook.
SpreakerRadioApp.com. Thank you guys for listening. We'll be back Thursday. Have a great night. Check us out on the Facebook, the Insta Face2 Twitter when we pull this bacon wrap bacon. I'm sorry, bacon wrap bacon out of the smoker. All right, guys.
Back it out.
Have a good night.
Oh boy.